All right, guys, quick update for Palantir stock. Let's run through these charts and see what the heck's going on as we have about 2 hours left of trading here. And you're watching this at night. The market is closed, but this will still be relevant either way, guys. So check it out. All the indexes right now are in the green. So we have a green day across the board. S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, Russell, you name it. Actually, the VIX, funny enough, is up as well, 3%. And the metals are pushing as well. Silver's up, which I think's about to break out even further. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. And gold's also up, which, are you guys surprised? The dollar has been in the gutter this year. It hasn't been pretty, right? So silver's up, continuing to push. Gold's up, right? But Palantir stock, guys, is down almost 2% right now. After trading in the mid 180s, it looks like in the overnight market. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that, but also on Friday, we hit 184, almost 185 a share on Palantir, and now it's cooling off. You guys can see we downtrended pretty much all pre-market, and throughout the day as well today, we've put in pretty distinct lower highs. I'm sure you guys can see this. We have lower high right here, lower high right here. All these little, distinct lower highs have been put in throughout this entire day, which leads me to believe so far the bears are in charge in the short term. But of course, as you pull the layers back, we all know that's not the case in the longer term. The bulls are clearly in charge. We are up a ton. The stock, I'm not sure if you guys have realized, but it's gone up a ton since Wednesday. I mean, this thing is up from $161 a share to now 180. Again, we hit 185, so we were up 14% over the span of a couple days, right? Since Wednesday, and we're still up around probably 10-12%, right? Yeah, 11.5%. So guys, what we're seeing right now is simply a little cooling off in the stock. It's seen a remarkable push since the lows. I mean, look, earlier in September, we were at $148 a share on the 5th. That's not even 3 weeks ago. If you told me that by the end of the month, which, by the way, September historically is the worst month for stocks, right? If you told me on the 5th that Palantir was going to go from 148 all the way near 180, near 200 by the end of the month, I would call you crazy. But that's why you hold on to stocks, guys. That's why you don't panic sell. That's why you don't just sell when one of your stocks sees a little pullback, especially while it's still maintaining an overall downtrend, because you don't know when it's going to see a quick rebound. You don't know when it's going to recover and how fast it's going to recover back near all-time highs. And that's exactly what we've seen here on Palantir, right? It's been a remarkable run. A lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, but I'm sure some people got chickened out. They got scared out of the stock, and now they're regretting it. This is why, especially if you're in individual stocks, you got to let them run. Especially if you're in a volatile stock, a growth stock like Palantir, you have to ride the dips. If you panic on every single dip, you're going to make bad decisions, man, and you're going to miss the rebounds, and the rebounds tend to come pretty quickly. You can see in 2-3 weeks, again, it's recovered a lot of value. From 148 to 185, guys, it was up 25% off the lows. Imagine if you panic sold, not a good look, If you look on the 4-hour chart here, it's pretty clear we have a golden cross, right? Above both moving averages, the head and shoulders that once was no longer is, it's no longer a problem. And you can see clearly we got a little overbought. RSI is saying it all here on the 4-hour. We got overbought, guys. We hit 185. Now we're cooling off towards the moving averages, all while maintaining an uptrend, all while still maintaining that golden cross. So Palantir looks pretty good. And honestly, if I had to guess in the short term, I think we're going to all-time highs. I think this little dip will get bought up, whether it comes down to 172, 175. It stays here at 178 and it gets bought up. I think it's going to get bought up and we're going to go back to all-time highs. But I could be wrong. I just think overall that's kind of where we're at. And it could change if the overall market sees a dump off 3-5%. Okay, that could change, but it doesn't seem like the market wants to cool off either. S&P, NASDAQ, I'm pretty sure, literally, guys, these are hitting all-time highs again right now. Yes. Oh, my goodness, man. Holy smokes. Excuse me, guys. Holy moly. Yeah, the all-time high is making me choke to death here, guys. But, yeah. SPY hit 666.78 literally just now, all-time high. And QQQ, if I pull this up, yeah, hit 602. Hey, looks funny how that rhymed there. But, yeah, we are absolutely ripping. Doesn't look like it wants to cool off. And, yes, it will cool off eventually. But is it on the horizon? It doesn't seem like it wants to based on the price action yet. So PLTR, man, could be going for those highs. It could be. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, you know. So let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments about Palantir, the overall market. It's just one of those days. It's a great way. This is a great way to kick off Monday, right? The brand new week. We're looking phenomenal across the board. Now, let's see some stocks that aren't looking so phenomenal. Celsius has been on an absolute heater. You guys know that. Up until now, it's starting to cool off a little bit. Well, not even now. It's been cooling off the last, week or two. Now it's down another 5%. And overall, the chart looks phenomenal still. I'll be honest, it looks great. If we look at this overall chart, this stock needed a pullback. It was begging for a pullback. We got it. RSI is super oversold now. We're approaching the bottom of this channel, which, guys, newsflash, has held as support time and time again over the entire year, throughout the entire 2025 so far. So I'm looking at CELH right now, not necessarily to buy it as an investment, but I'm eyeing it up as a trade, especially if we get support, start finding support at about $50, $48, $52 a share, in that ballpark. If we find support, consolidation, that could be a spot where, all right, we could start rebounding ultimately back to the mid-high 50s, 60s even. I think that's where it could be going, but we have to be patient. Patience, man, it's critical when it comes to trading stocks, right? So CLH looks pretty interesting, even though it's down over 5% on the day. Let's see, Coinbase. I haven't covered Coinbase in a minute. Let's see here what's going on. It actually looks pretty interesting on these charts. Coinbase hit 445 about 2 months ago. Yeah, in the middle of July, we hit that point. Then we sold off. But since then, look, Coinbase has found a base, it seems like. Coinbase found a base at $300 a share. And since then, it's been slowly creeping up over the last month and a half. It's found that base. Now it's starting to creep up. We're seeing a breakout above these moving averages, a golden cross as well. You guys see that right here. That's a pretty good sign. Pretty good sign overall. I think if we make a break now towards 350 and especially past 350, this could be making its way maybe towards 385. That's a major gap to fill. Then 430, 445. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, guys. Let's see what happens in the short term. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at here on Coinbase. I'm going to set my alert, actually, before I forget, because you guys know how that goes. When you have, a bunch of stocks on your watch list, you're bound to forget, which is why you have to set your alerts so you hear them, when you're charting stocks throughout the day, so you get alerted, right? That's why they're called alerts, guys. So, yeah, with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Check out all the other videos from today. We did a bunch of content today, guys. Check it out. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Join the Patreon if you want to keep up with what I'm doing in my portfolio. We're depositing $500 a week, buying stocks every week, and you guys get to see everything, full transparency. That is linked down below. Or simply go to staserfs.com/Patreon. That's STASSERFES.com/Patreon. Make sure you guys join. I'll see you on the inside. And with that being said, have a great rest of your day.